Novak Djokovic's Australian Open record with, and without a warm-up tournament. Novak Djokovic is set to begin his 2026 season directly at the Australian Open after withdrawing from the Adelaide International, prompting fresh discussion about how the Serbian legend has historically fared in Melbourne with, and without, a lead-up event. The world number 4 pulled out of the ATP 250 tournament in Adelaide, scheduled for the week before the Australian Open main draw begins on January 18. Unfortunately, I'm not quite physically ready to compete in the Adelaide International next week, the 38-year-old said in a statement. Djokovic will now arrive at Melbourne Park chasing a record-extending 11th Australian Open crown and a 25th Grand Slam title overall, without having played a competitive match since defeating Lorenzo Musetti in the Athens final on November 8. When was the last time Djokovic played the Australian Open without a warm-up? The 2026 Australian Open will mark the first time Djokovic starts his season at the Melbourne Major since 2018. That year, the Australian Open was his first tournament in 6 months after he ended his 2017 campaign following Wimbledon due to a persistent right elbow injury. In Melbourne, Djokovic beat Donald Young in straight sets in the first round, overcame Gael Monfils in 4 sets in round 2, and defeated Albert Ramos Vinolas in straight sets in the third round. His run ended in the 4th round with a surprise straight sets defeat to then world number 58 Chung Hyen, one of the tour's most exciting young players at the time. Djokovic later underwent surgery on his elbow and did not return to action until Indian Wells in March. Djokovic's Australian Open history since 2008, since winning his maiden Australian Open title in 2008. Djokovic has competed at the tournament 17 times, missing only the 2022 edition. Across those appearances, he has played a warm-up event before the Australian Open 10 times. He has started his season directly in Melbourne 7 times. Djokovic has won 6 Australian Open titles after playing a warm-up event, 4 Australian Open titles when beginning his season at the Grand Slam. Notably, his most recent Australian Open triumph without a tune-up tournament came in 2013 at Australian Open results after playing a warm-up event since 2008, 2009, quarterfinals, 2015, champion, 2016, champion, 2017, second round, 2019, champion, 2020, champion, 2021, champion, 2023, champion, 2024, semifinals, 2025, semifinals, retired mid-match due to injury. During these seasons, Djokovic competed at the Brisbane International, 2009, 2025, Qatar Open, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2019, ATP Cup, 2020, 2021, Adelaide International, 2023, and United Cup, 2024. That Australian Open results without a warm-up event since 2008. 2008, champion, 2010, quarterfinals, 2011, champion, 2012, champion, 2013, champion, 2014, quarterfinals, 2018, 4th round with Djokovic opting to head straight into the Australian Open in 2026. History shows that skipping a warm-up has not prevented him from lifting the trophy in Melbourne, though his most dominant runs have often come after competitive preparation. All eyes will now be on whether the 10-time champion can once again defy the trends and extend his legacy on Rod Laver Arena.